What does detachment look like? Or what should detachment look like? Because many people who are on the spiritual path, they will come across this idea of detachment, and it's pushed in many different traditions and encouraged in many different religions. The detachment from activities, the detachment from certain ideologies, certain behaviors, detachment from objects, from worldly things, and from the separate self. And many people fall into some type of mistake or a pitfall where they think that detachment is literally severing the link that we have as human beings to objects, to ideologies, to certain situations. Say, for instance, that you are a mathematician and your livelihood depends on certain rules and ideas that you need to occupy to fulfill your job. The problem with detaching from these ideas and ideologies and what you may have picked up at university or in your PhD or whatever it may be, this could affect your livelihood, of course. This could affect your ability to continue to thrive as a mathematician. Now, neither outcomes are right or wrong. It's not right or wrong to continue as a mathematician when on the path of spirituality. Maybe something within you will trigger where you leave behind your livelihood to pursue something else that is more in line with the reality that unfolds within you. But in essence, detachment doesn't mean severing the link from certain ideas. Instead, what detachment looks like is re-establishing or understanding the link that is there with the things that we are attached to. So for an example, I am very attached to, let's say, my child. I don't have children, by the way, but I am very attached to a friend. It doesn't mean that detachment is severing the link of friendship with this person. It means understanding the link with this person. And the reason why I'm using the word understanding is because whatever problem is presented in life, when this problem is understood, the problem is transcended. The problem has been solved. So when there is a form of attachment to a particular person, when we understand the nature of the attachment or the nature of the link in the attachment to any object in life, we transcend any suffering that may come by being attached to that person anyway. So we are re-establishing the link. So when thoughts are moving in the mind, when there is no attachment, we are understanding that these thoughts aren't us. It doesn't mean that these thoughts suddenly disappear and they all fall away. This is also another pitfall, by the way, where people try to detach themselves from their thoughts by pushing them away, disregarding them, avoiding them. And that's problematic because all it really does is it creates a new form of attachment, perhaps an attachment to the desire to try and overcome or let go of thoughts and sever thoughts, which is impossible to do. That's not what we are here to do, and that's not what detachment should look like. Detachment is understanding really the link between that which is attached and the object that we are being attached to. So once we understand the link, matters or the perspective opens up in a way where we are creating more space. If you are attached to a person that you really love, when there is detachment from this person, it means that you have understood the relationship that is taking place, which allows you to see that which you are attached to from outside the story, from outside the microscopic scale of attachment. No more am I viewing myself as this person who is attached to this other person, where if this person is gone now, there is a huge gap in the story which unfolds a lot of suffering, which once again, it's not right or wrong if that happens. If someone goes through a heartbreak, if someone disappears in your life, it's not right or wrong to express yourself in however way emotions need to be expressed. But in essence, if there is an understanding of the relationship with the person that you love, you're creating space perhaps for even a deeper sense of love. Because the love is there initially, if it's through attachment, it's there on the condition that this person is there. However, if there is detachment and there is love, the love itself thrives without a condition. Meaning that love now has the space to expand and grow beyond just the person itself. And this is something that is extremely beautiful, because truly will you now love and express your actions through this love in the best interest of yourself and your surroundings and the person that you really love. If love is only conditioned by the attachment to a particular individual, what happens is you may impose a certain expectation to uphold that love that comes from the condition of attachment. And this expectation can cause the other person to suffer in some way. You need to, if the conditions of love are thriving through the image of how this other person fits into your story, then a lot of problems and suffering can be inflicted on yourself and on the other person. And so detachment isn't severing and disregarding everything and then going on a permanent retreat, if you like, living in a cave. Once again, that's not wrong either. It's not right either. It doesn't matter. But in essence, because we have the ability and the faculties to create bonds and create relationships with objects, with ideas, with people, we are best to continue to thrive as a human being who involves themselves in these ideas, people, and these different attachments, if you like, on the basis that we understand them. And this understanding naturally happens when we understand the being itself that comes prior to the story, the sense of being of who we are. When we detach ourselves from relationships, from the, let's say, animalistic aspects of who we are, it does not negate the animalistic aspects. You still need to go to the toilet and poo. You still need to eat. You still need to perhaps thrive and procreate and love and work and provide food on the table and thrive in your means of livelihood. This, I feel like, is very important to mention, especially in the spirituality realm, if you like, or the very on the basis or in regards to the different paths of spirituality, because this can be a huge pitfall where people just leave everything behind in a way where they burn bridges, they sever their connections with people. If a particular person falls away naturally, which can be triggered because of a certain manifestation within you on the spiritual path, then this happens, like I say, naturally. This could happen anyway, even if you're not on the spiritual path. You may find that certain people that used to be in your life a few years ago, you'd think that they would never ever not be in your life again. But then today you find that you don't speak to that person anymore as much as you used to, and that's okay. These things, they happen in life. But really the pinpoint here is to understand the nature and the link of what we are attached to. This reestablishes the relationship that we have with whatever we are attached to, and also creates space for something more meaningful, more profound, with a deeper sense of involvement. It seems counterintuitive, but this is what really takes place when we create space through understanding what we are attached to. You can be attached to the spiritual path. You can be attached to a spiritual teacher. You can be attached to spiritual activities and practices that are somehow encouraging you to detach yourself in a way. And it's very difficult to admit sometimes that we are attached to something as well, that we are addicted to something as well. We don't want to act our lives out in a compulsive way, in a reactive way. We want to be conscious and create space to be conscious. And we do this by resting in being, by recognizing that we are not anything that we are attached to. We are not anything or any aspect within existence that can be isolated. We just are. I just am. I am not happy, sad, joyful, depressed. I am not anything that comes after the I am. I just am. And that in itself naturally creates space to understand whatever that which comes after the I am, or the story itself, or the personhood, or the ego, that creates space to understand what the ego or the story is attached to. This is extremely liberating, and I really hope that this is something that unfolds within you. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've gained some insight in this video. If you really enjoyed this, there's another one that is similar to this. This is Hassan from the Spiritual Walks, and we are on a journey towards the truth.